Friday, you're watching Let's Talk right here on Ebru TV. It is an amazing Friday. It's been a hot Friday. Like, I feel as if the weather has decided that it's gonna fry us all. But you know what? We're still gonna be competing with the weather because we're coming in with the hot tea, the hot piping tea, and you wanna make sure you go ahead and stick in for that. And we've decided that we're gonna make this Girl Talk Friday, all right? Yesterday was all about the men. You were able to come in and let us know your thoughts. We had so much feedback on our WhatsApp number 0777-672-230. But you know what? Today, ladies, we're focusing on you. But I want our men to still let us know, what do you think about the topic that we're going to be talking about a little bit later on? I don't want to throw any hints over there. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. But for now, it's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli. Ayuma Kaguli on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
I love the correction because you take a stance, and that is amazing. Speaking about taking stances, today is one of those days which we have to stand up for ourselves because it is the second Friday of this new month and this new year. And there's nothing more exciting than having the second weekend. The first one is usually confusing. That first week is just But today is the first one officially for most of us. So I'm hoping you're going to do something amazing with it. I hope you're going to have as much fun as possible. And if you're going to indulge, make sure you indulge responsibly. You know what I'm saying? It is an amazing, amazing day. Let us all be happy, rejoice, and be glad in it. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Preach.
Katomi on all social media platforms.
Yes, and we all love Fridays. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Lily Asigo.
Yes, and I feel like we have all had highlights for the day. My biggest highlight for today is I am no longer simply Ayuma on social media. You know, we've decided, like, why are you calling yourself simple? Like, Ayuma, you are not simple. We are very extraordinary, blessed, amazing, favored by the Lord. Hallelujah, amen. We are not just simple over here. And then, like, you find times where people are just like, hi, Simply. And I'm just like, whoa, people actually think Simply is my first name.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're just going by Ayuma Kaguli now.
I think, in all honesty, it's a conversation we've had for such a long time. I feel like the whole of last year, I just kept going, dude, what? Yeah. But now I'm really happy for you. Look at you.
Finally.
Progressing. Growth. Absolutely. I am also pretty excited to tell you that there is such piping hot information. Oh my God, are you ready? Hot talk today includes Zari defends her son on coming out. Chris Cypran Nyakundi fires back at a woman who he claimed was seeing someone else, and it's all a whole story. We had this discussion yesterday, and I think today we're going to explain it even further. Wema Sepetu accuses her ex-lover of giving her a curse, and finally, Wasafi has been banned. All this on Hot Talk.
We are starting off with none other than Zari, who had to come and douse some fires that her son had created, all right? Now, recently, her son had come out to on social media. He goes by the name of Raphael Jr., and he had come out on social media to say that he is now homosexual. And he said that he now, at 13 years old, that he's decided that he's homosexual, and he just wanted everybody to know. So a lot of people were just surprised by this information. They were just like, wait, what is going on? Why has he said this and everything? So Zari decided to go ahead and have an Instagram live where she addressed the situation. And then she said that the reason why he said that is because women are after him. Actually, they're busy sending pictures of their private parts, and they're busy trying to entice him and trying to get into relationships with him, and he's tired of that. Actually, he is not homosexual. He is dating, and he's been dating for some time. He would even ask for money to go to the mall with his girlfriend. Actually, but she did also say that even if later on in life she was to find out that he is indeed homosexual, she would love and support him. But according to her, he is not. He was just trying to do that so that he can get the swarms of women, the women that are just coming after him, so many, to like back off now. When I saw this story, I was just like, that's an interesting excuse. How about instead of having your 13-year-old son lie about his sexuality, why don't we remove him from social media? Why is a 13-year-old having an Instagram in the first place so that grown women can dare send him naked pictures? Why is that? Why is he having to come up with such an elaborate lie, such a lie that can damage him because we're in Africa. Let's not forget, okay? We're in Africa. Yes, they're living in South Africa, but at the end of the day, we're in Africa. They go to Tanzania, all that. that time, him having that title on him is not going to make his life any easier. If indeed he is lying about it just to get away from women, take away his Instagram, take away his social media. He doesn't need to be on social media at 13 years old. That's such a simple thing. And I'm just thinking, like, what's wrong with Zari?
I genuinely just am confused about the fact that he felt the need to have this conversation. First of all, he's not a celebrity, is he?
Yeah.
Nobody really knows him like that. In fact, not so many people know about her kids in general. She tries to keep them as far away from social media as possible. So there's just that whole thing of, why did he feel the need to defend himself, and not on any other social media site, but on Instagram particularly? It's just very confusing for me in general. Then again, it is Zari, and she does have that ability to cause people to just want to say things on the internet,
Even
I feel
her
like
own
she
children.
incites it on people around her, and now it's gotten to the point where now her kids are feeling the need to become those social media personalities. That aside, there is another very particular thing that I am feeling is quite a bit grouchy for me. First of all, this woman is now she's living in South Africa, as Ayuma said, but she is from Uganda and she has lived in Tanzania for a long time. In all honesty, it could be that she's just covering up this whole vibe, because technically speaking, it is illegal in, I think, almost every African country, right?
Yeah.
Your sexual orientation is not supposed to be something you talk about. It's just supposed to be something you keep inside, and you just never talk about it in general. So maybe she's covering up for him. Maybe whatever the case, it's just me. I'm just confused. Why did he feel the need to have this conversation? Is he trying to drop an album? This Diamond family. Where?
And
Anyway.
there's some contradiction there where he says he's gay, and the mom comes out and says he is not gay, he's been dating girls. And then he says if he was to come out as gay, she would support him. And the reason as to why he said what he said was because women were coming at him and he's not really comfortable about it. So why would he do that if he didn't want men to come to him?
Oh, that's a very
Good
good question.
point.
Right. So instead of having old women go and send you nude
Yeah.
pictures, let's have the old men. Let's have all the men send you the pictures.
That is a
That's
very
good
interesting
point.
perspective.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Honestly, I really genuinely want to know what your thoughts are about this matter. 0777 because it is such a grouchy, cringy, it's like a combination of so many effects. But either way, I just need to get to the bottom of it at some point. Speaking about things that we have got to the bottom of, yesterday we were very, very clear about something, myself included. I remember saying that, oh, Omar should keep his relationships private. Oh, Omar should do this. I will clarify what happened. So in case you just are getting this information now, you weren't with us yesterday, Mr. Omari Lali, who is the former lover of, what's her name again?
Tekra.
Tekra. Now, after she passed on, people have then been assuming that he's dating this girl called Coco Camila. Why? Because Cyprian Nyakundi, who is a big Twitter head, decided to put a picture of them from long ago together and make the implication that, okay, this guy is seeing this mama. So it became such a huge thing. And yesterday, Coco Camila decided, you know what, I'm not going to just let this go away like that. Kwani, I can't defend myself. Congratulations to you for coming out and defending yourself. So she went online and she said she woke up to DMs, people asking all these questions, having so many speculations, and it's time for her to clear the air. She then even went further on and went to Omari's place, and they took a video together, and then she made him clarify what the situation is. And Omari was very clear about it. He's like, dude, I've been friends with this shorty for such a long time. We are just friends. If and when I am dating someone, I will be clear about it, and I will tell you if I feel the need to tell you. But technically speaking, it's none of your business. But the truth of the matter is, we're not dating this person. And then Cyprian decided, okay, I'm not going to let this just go away like that. Of course, him being him. It's becoming such a hefty story. He continues to say, relax, boy. First of all, I am not a socialite. This is her, Miss Cookie. She said she's not a socialite, and in summary, he lied, and she clarified it. and now they're fighting on the internet. That's the summary, I feel.
Let me tell you, there's nobody I hate more in terms of these bloggers and gossipers like Cypren Nyakundi. And I hate him because he comes with hate. At least with Edgar Barry, when he's spilling his tea, he tries to be like, unbiased. He just gives the information that's been put out, and this is the information. We're not going to hate on someone or whatever, except for certain situations, which we're not even going to get into of who are being hated on. But Cypren just comes in and he's so hateful, he's so vile, and he has a thing against women. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he has mommy issues. I don't know if your wife left you. I don't know which woman came into your life and literally destroyed you, but he has so much hate towards women.
And he never apologizes as well.
Never. I find him disgusting. And you can tell from this situation. At first, I was actually believing the story. I really did think that, he had moved on. But you could tell this wasn't the case, and he can't just say oops, or he just keep quiet, don't even say anything. Now you're going to insult the woman. He's disgusting.
Yeah, instead of apologizing, he goes ahead and says, I made you famous.
How?
Right.
What?
Well, she was basking in the attention, let's face it, but she didn't ask for it. She didn't tell you to make her famous, so you just did it.
It's disgusting.
Just stay away. Stay away from all this malice. Stay away from all this drama. And speaking about people who have been riddled with drama, hey, what is happening with Wema?
You know what? 0777-672-230 is the WhatsApp number. Let me know, what do you think about all this drama that's happening from Zari and her whole son situation. Now we have Cyprian Nyakundu and his disgustingness. I said it at me. And now we have Wema Sepetu. Let me tell you, I don't know what demon has entered Friday, but it seems like everyone's stuff is just coming out. Now, Wema Sepetu has a show on YouTube, okay, where she cooks and she has different people coming through. Now, she had her ex-lover's mom come to the show, all right? And he goes by the name of Stephen Kanumba, and she had the mom come onto the show. But while the mom had come onto the show, she decided to let a few secrets be told, yeah? And allegedly, it seems as if Stephen Kanumba had actually told her and cursed her and said, you will never come to get a child with any other man. And according to her, the reason why he said this was because she had 2 abortions while she was in a relationship with him. Now, the interesting thing that I found out about this whole situation was the first abortion, according to her, they had both agreed on it. They decided they didn't want a baby. The second abortion, she decided to go and have behind his back. And I was just like, that is disgusting. The fact that you can you're in a relationship with someone and then you can't even tell them, I don't want to have your baby, that's really bad. So the fact that he's cursed her, I'm just like, well, maybe this is why none of her relationships work. But I don't know. I don't think that it's like, I can get why he would be salty and now he's cursing her, but I'm just like, I think she used to just take a seat, leave these men alone and just look at yourself. Forget even trying to want to have babies. What is it that's happening in these relationships with yours? Because it's just like one wrong move after the next after the next.
Look, this is a problem that I will never let go of. Women, just because a man said something does not mean it's final. Is it a fact? Did anyone tell you, did you go somewhere and then someone told you, okay, so here is the situation, you are now no longer having children. Why? Because this man, how, where, in what world? I mean, we believe in juju, we believe in black magic, we believe in all that. But surely, every single thing a man tells you, you have to believe. So that's problem number 1 for me. Number 2, why does she feel the need to have this conversation now? Why not have spoken about it before? If it was something that was bothering her to that extent, she would have come out before and had this conversation. Another problem, why are you still interacting with your ex-lover's mother? For what reason?
Yeah,
why are you dragging yourself into that kind of mud?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. The other month, she was crying over Sijui, what's her name, Zari saying, Zari and the other one, what's the other one, Hamisa, saying that she's sad that she couldn't have babies, and they had babies, and she's jealous. And now she's crying over another man. Surely, you need to get your act together. Wema, relax. Another thing I feel is very, very important is, look, if you're going to try and find clout, please find a more delicate, a more sensitive conversation to have about your life, as opposed to something like this. A lot of women are going through this particular problem, and you making it what do you call it? Making it a circus show about some curse that you have is not fair to them, because they're trying to understand their situation. And then that, you planting another thought in their mind, and then people start going round their heads going, what did I do? Did I do God wrong? Did I do whoever wrong? It's just, Wema, no. You need to find a way to drop your messages in a more sensitive way.
Yeah, I also have a problem with her inviting the ex-mother-in-law
Surely.
For what
on
reason?
her show. It doesn't make sense, even if most Tanzanians love controversy. They just love attention, they love trending. It's not a bad thing, but also it depends on what you're trending about. In this whole story, Wema should have just prayed to God and asked God to remove that curse from her life, because it's possible. If he was alive, because he died.
Yeah.
If he was alive, you just go to him and ask for forgiveness and everything would be okay. Probably you just see a doctor and find out if you have another issue. If you don't have a medical issue, then just kneel down and pray to God and ask him to help you get children.
Well said, and that's an amazing conclusion. Speaking about crazy people called Tanzanians, because sometimes y'all are too much. Wasafi TV has been banned. They have been banned for 6 months after airing a very erotic, because honestly, if you look at it, it's just a regular video. But according to Tanzanians, it is very exotic and they're not okay with it. Therefore, Wasafi has been banned for 6 months. They had put up a video, or they had aired an exotic show by Gigi Money, and obviously their what do you call it? Their
laws.
communication board
Yeah.
decided that this was too much for the Tanzanian crowd, and therefore these guys need to be punished and taken away from it. But honestly, in this 1 week, a lot has happened with Wasafi, to be honest. I think that they were just trying to just get in trouble. Because forget not Zuchu. See, she pandered the pole the other day and fell down. Did you not see her trying to climb up a pole during her event and then trying to twerk on that pole, and then she fell down? That was one. Another one, now you know what, Wasafi, you've really been trying to test your communication board, and maybe that's part of the reason why. It's an accumulation of issues as opposed to just one isolated issue. Either way, it's too much. It's nothing crazy happened on that video.
No, but
surely.
the thing is, they know the rules in their country. It's like you're there, you know what happens in your country, and you know, even if I'm looking from Kenya, I'm just like, Tanzania's a bit ghetto with those rules. But when you're there living in there, and you know the things that you're allowed to do and not allowed to do, why would you risk it when you have a whole TV show?
Because it's an international show. They're no longer they're not trying to just appeal to Tanzanians, are they?
Okay, so you appeal internationally, but the people inside can't watch you. Okay, Sawa, let's see. And they're the ones who give you your views and everything. Let's not pretend, okay? As big as Diamond is internationally, he's only really backed by his own people. And 6 months is a long time. And people are here saying 2021 is going to be my year, but you guys are not going to be here until, when is it? August?
July.
July,
6th
yeah.
of July.
No, I don't understand. It was a dumb move, and I don't think they'll learn their lesson, because this is not the first time they've been banned over, breaking the rules.
Yeah, and Gigi gives people what they want to see. So she was just doing her thing. In this day and age, if you have anything explicit, it's normally safer to just play it on YouTube. But on national television, let me tell you, we can watch Nicki Minaj twerk, we can watch Beyonce do her thing, but if it's one of your own, somehow you just want to tell your kids, like, this is not the way to go, until they're mature enough to make their own decisions. So I kind of don't blame the government for banning Wasafi, because they're just trying to protect the next generation. Yeah, so maybe from now moving forward, they need to be posting on YouTube instead.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a lot to go through.
Yeah, and there's so much feedback that we can see that coming through on our WhatsApp number 0777-672-230. Continue bringing it through. Over here, I see Maureen from Givu saying, "Hey ladies, I feel guilty for trying to be a silent fan this year, but I just can't." Thank you. You should feel very guilty. How can you be silent and we're here trying to interact with you? She says, "Ati, it isn't in my blood. Do you know how hard it is not to interact with you guys? I'm with you all the way." Thank you so much, Maureen. We love you and appreciate you for that. I also have over here saying, "Hello, I have been in a relationship with a certain guy." Oh, I think we should get into that for Ask the Girls probably a little bit later on. And then I see Christabel Naliana saying, "Looking gorgeous, ladies, for Pretty Dollar. You might like your hairstyle." Thank you, girl.
Keep the comments coming. 0777-672-230. 6722230. I do not have privy to those amazing messages at this point because my phone has decided that the internet does not work on my phone.
Oh yeah,
so
I can
great.
see Emma and James over here from Mombasa saying, I don't blame the kids nor Zari. Zari is his mother. Let's just be realistic. The society has failed. The church has failed. We have, as parents, have failed, and the internet has taken over. Why not correct our mistakes from where we lost it? Ladies, let's have a conference. All right. Okay, you know, maybe we need to have a conference, but you know what? Let's have a different type of conference. It's about that time for Ask the Girls.
Yes, ask the girls. Hashtag Ebru Let's Talk. Hashtag Roundtable. Let's do this. Good evening, ladies. My name is Iman James from Mombasa. With regard to Zari's son, with his mom as a role model, you know what? That sounds like a lot, and it is not what we are having the conversation about. Hello. I have been in a relationship with a certain guy. Tulikuwa tumeplan everything together, and then all of a sudden, he called me and told me that he would have wished that we spent the rest of his life, he would have wished that to spend the rest of his life with me. But aliniambia he has a kid, so he can't be with me. He said he wasn't sure whether it was his kid or not. I'm sorry, what? Hold on. He said whether the kid is his and or not, the lady that he has the kid with told him after a year, right? If I feel like this is just an excuse for him not to be with me, please advise. Okay, so with all the typos, in summary, she and him, they wanted to settle down, but then now he's brought up a story about him having a child that he just found out about, and he feels the need to stay away from this particular relationship with her because he wants to have priority for his children, right?
Right.
Yes.
And now when you're in love, it's impossible for you to take care of your kids, right? It's impossible. Men can't multitask. What are we talking about? We're asking for too much. What do you mean? You're telling your man to go ahead and be with you and also take care of his child. Girl, this is clearly an excuse. I don't know what's going on and why he has decided that he's not going to go ahead and just be with you. I think he just doesn't want to be with you. And it's so sad, and unfortunately he doesn't have the guts. I was going to use another word, but you can think about that word, but he doesn't have the guts to go ahead and just tell you to your face, I don't want to be with you. I don't even think there's a kid. There's just probably some other chick that he wants to be with.
Well, if there's a kid, I think he's still in shock. He just found out or something. Yeah, so he's in shock. He's like, when? Is that kid even mine?
So you believe him?
So now here's the question. You're in shock.
Somehow.
And instead of going to your girlfriend for help, instead of going to your girlfriend to then now console you and help you figure this out, you decide, no, I'm breaking up with you because you know what, let me figure this out on my own.
Maybe it's too much for him.
Sense.
It's too much for him. He needs to like digest everything and then now he can get back. I think this chick should just give him time. Just give him time to figure things out.
With the other woman?
Know about the kid and the whole situation of having his girlfriend.
Yeah, so we're going to ignore Lily.
That sounds insane. I can't even fathom what you're trying to tell us right now. It sounds insane. Do you know what? The truth of the matter, and actually I feel like you need to back me up on this. 0777 I honestly think that this guy has no ability in any way, form, or shape to have a relationship with you, and he's trying to get an out. Period. Point blank. Period. And you know what? 0777 672 is the number to hit us up on. Do you agree with me or are you with Lily over there who is insane? You know what? Let's take a little break, have a breather because it's just too much. And when we come back, it's Talk That Talk.
You're still watching Let's Talk right here on Ebru TV, and I love all the feedback we're getting from you on our WhatsApp number 0777 672 Continue sending the messages in, and you can still hit us up on our Twitter at Ebru Let's Talk, hashtag Ebru Let's Talk. Lily, what's the message over here that we have been sent?
Well, James from Mombasa says, good evening, ladies. Ni Eman James from Mombasa. Regarding Zari's son, with a role model and a stepfather like Diamond, what do you expect?
Ouch.
Wanaume wanasonga Abuja braids. Let Zari's son be a beg. Let Zari's son be a bego. tabia za rich kids hawezani. Maybe ni excuse because mademu wanampenda juu ya do na anataka kuwapuuza na kukaa mbali nao.
Interesting. If you have some more thoughts that you'd like to let us know on, continue sending in messages. But right now, like I said, we are going to be switching gears a little bit. We're going to be dealing with the girl child because we'd be going through a lot. It's about that time for Girl Talk. Ladies, we're on top. Hey. We're on top. Hey. You know how we always say new year, new me? You know what, ladies? It really has to be new year, new you. And these are not just things that ladies need to stop doing in 2021. These are things that ladies need to stop doing, period. No matter what age you are, no matter what year we're in, these are certain things that we need to stop doing in order just to make ourselves happy and make our lives easier. Number one, which I'm so sure we're all guilty of, apologizing all the time. Saying I'm sorry when you're not sorry, saying I'm sorry for things that you truly feel, saying I'm sorry just all the time. And like hands up over here, who's guilty of that? Because like that's me.
I'm sorry to tell you that
you're
I
not?
say I'm sorry all
You're
the
not?
time.
For me to say sorry, you really have to push it. I'll go like, I'm those kind of girls who would be like, utakula sapa? Nikuweke food.
That's your
my way of apologizing.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna say sorry for everything. I say sorry even as a beginning of a sentence. Sorry, I'm sorry, sorry. It is such a go-to thing for me that yeah, I need to maybe stop a little bit more.
We definitely need to stop that. And like, you know, the thing is sometimes we think that we're just trying to avoid an argument or trying to avoid a fight, but psychologically it's making you think that the blame is always on you, that you're always doing something wrong. And if you continue with that cycle, like it gets to a point where you find it hard to stand up for yourself when you're always feeling as if you're the one who's always wrong because you're always apologizing all the time. I definitely have that problem. And number two kind of correlates with number one, which is saying yes to everybody.
Oh my God.
Yes, incapable of saying no. Again, me. I have the problem. I cannot say no. And then here's the problem. So I'll spread myself too thin, yeah? And I can't do it. And I already said yes. So now I'm going to have to flake on you and come up with some random excuse of why I can't meet you for lunch when I already told you 2 years ago that we're going to meet for lunch on this day. Or when you told me, can I do something for you? And I'm just like, oh yeah, sure, I can do it. Knowing I have no information on that topic, no information on how I'm going to help you. Like I'm just there saying yes to everything.
And sometimes, honestly, it becomes a challenge to you as well because, as she said, you spread yourself so thin that you have no time for yourself and you don't even know how to say yes to yourself. You know, so sometimes your body is just telling you, Katomi, we're tired. Let's just sleep. But then Ayuma calls you and you're like, yeah, let's go for sure. Let's do it. And honestly, your body is tired, which means if you go, you'll have a horrible time. You'll be struggling the whole time. If it's a party, if it's lunch, whatever, you're just going to be in a horrible, horrible state of mind. And this is not a good thing for us. We need to also start saying no to you and yes to ourselves. Yeah. Hallelujah.
Amen.
I'm so guilty.
Yeah.
Like I say yes to everything without confirming. I confirm about it later. Like I can confirm to 2 people, we're going to meet at 2 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then later I'm like, what? I was supposed to meet this other person. Then I'm like, they're not knowing what to do. I need to cancel with one of them.
And then that makes you look bad, you know, to that person that you've committed to.
I think in 2020, I'll try. I will try. 2021, I'll try and say no.
Yeah, definitely. We need to go ahead and do that. Another thing that women need to stop doing is viewing food as the enemy. And when I saw this one over here, I was just like, ooh, this one kind of hit home after, like, right now we're here on our New Year's resolutions. We are now dieting. We are working out. We're trying to be better. And, like, right now it's just like food is the problem. Like, food is the enemy. We're not trying to eat. Girl, eat. Eat that hot dog. Eat that burger. Eat that donut if you really want to do it. Yes, you can be trying to work towards your goal of being healthier. And that's always important to be healthy. But food is not the enemy.
I honestly agree with you to some extent, but not typically because food is an enemy for me. It's the vice versa. I don't like proteins. So most of the time I find myself eating a lot of carbs. And we know for free, carbs is just emptiness. It's just going to be sugar at the end of the day. And then you just keep eating and you're always hungry and you're always trying to find sugar. So technically speaking, for me, when it comes to that particular aspect, I'm thinking more of disciplining myself and retraining myself. Si wote tunajua. Hata ukiwa nyumbani kwako, tuseme tu ukweli. Leo ukiweka sahani yako chakula, inakuanga kiugali hapa hivi, and then to go up and to nyamaz over here. So like 3/4 of your plate is typically what? Is carbs.
Yeah.
When it comes to rice as well, rice hata tunapikanga na nyama kweli, tuseme tu kweli. It's rice and then you add minjis and then you add warus and then it is all just what? Carbs at the end of the day. So and these are problems that we've been taught as kids. Kama ni chapo, you're eating 5 chapos and a small heap of beans like this. It is not right for your body. You're struggling and you're going to make yourself a horrible eater generally. So let's probably look at what we're eating and be more keen on getting food that is necessary for our body as opposed to just filling up, you know?
I agree. Food is not the enemy. Just eat healthy. Yeah, I'm guilty. You and I are in the same WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp.
I normally put lots of rice and kamboga and kanini, but I normally make sure my children have carbs and veggies, and, a balanced diet.
So you're willing to take care of your child more,
child
but
and not you.
yourself, eh?
But you see this body, I need to eat, my friend.
To maintain their curves.
I need energy.
But there's a lot more energy in your proteins than there is in you know what? Let's have this conversation on social media because I have insight for you this year.
Something else that ladies really need to stop doing is comparing your life to other people. Whether it's your friends, your family, or complete strangers on social media who you will never meet, who are wearing fake watches to show people that they are rich, who even themselves don't even have that money. Stop comparing your life to other people's lives. And I think one thing that I do in terms of comparing myself, it's not even a T, like when it comes to status and money, I compare myself in terms of like, okay, I'm now 28 years old. What am I supposed to be doing at 28 years old? What are my peers doing? People are getting really secure in their jobs, allegedly. People are getting married. People are getting pregnant. People are having babies. And Ayuma is just there like, hi. You know,
running your own race. We cannot insist enough on this. I am 100% guilty when it comes to this particular conversation. In fact, even here at the table, we will all go to each other's Instagram and you're like, oh my God, we started at almost the same time and this other person is at like 1,000, 100,000 followers and you're still at your 10,000s. And you're feeling the pressure to keep up with that. Not just that, but also financially, like where are you at? Where are your friends at? And then you keep, again, stretching yourself thin financially because people want to go out and party and drink every other day of the week, but you don't have that kind of disposable income. So you're always lying about it and it's just not bad for your mental health or for your financial health either. So
Stop comparing your lives to other people, especially comparing your life to celebrities' lives. Please. You know, celebrities are paid to advertise cars.
Yep.
They're paid to advertise houses. Basically everything. They're paid to advertise everything. So when you see a particular celebrity going around with a new car, talking a lot about it, maybe it does not have a number plate because most of them, they don't show the number plate because of obvious reasons. So kindly don't compare your lives to other people's lives because it's not only toxic, but it's just not right.
Right.
Be content with what you have. Do what you can. For me, I normally compare my life to other people, but not, I take the positives, not the negatives. Like if I see you're doing so well, you have a new job, what I tell myself is, what can I do to get to her level? And this is what I have. So I will use what I have to at least get to where you are.
Level up.
Not in real sense where you are, but just to go to the next step or the next level.
There should be an inspiration, not you want to be like them, not jealousy.
You cannot be like me. I can't be like Ayuma. I can't be like Athomi. You can only be a better version of yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, and this is another one over here that I think a lot of women deal with this. Fearing being labeled as crazy. That is my crazy ex. That is my crazy girlfriend. That is my crazy, and you know what? I think God just built us with a certain level of craziness. And sometimes it just erupts out of us. So you know what? Instead of being scared about it, and what ends up happening is we end up silencing ourselves and silencing the type of our personality or your thing that you have a problem with because you're fearing being labeled as crazy. When you know what? Just embrace your crazy. Let him think that you're crazy and life will move on. Kama hakutaki, then it's okay.
Here is my question. Are you crazy or can't they handle you?
Oh, that's what the crazy people tell themselves.
Are you, let me finish. Are you crazy or are they just being extra?
Oh.
Are you crazy or are you trying to voice an opinion that they're not ready to have a conversation about and therefore they back you out by forcing you to believe that this is not something that we talk about, this is not something that normal people have a conversation about? Are you crazy or are you trying to express yourself fully?
Oh.
Are you crazy or are you trying to see your limits? Are you crazy or are you trying to test where they are mentally? Questions to ponder about.
I have one more question. Are they crazy? Were they crazy before you met them, or they became crazy after you met them?
you.
Right, because maybe you are the problem.
Are you inciting the crazy?
Yeah, and we are not born crazy like that. You literally have to like push us to do something crazy or act crazy. I mean,
Yeah, go slash his tires. But what was the reason why I'm slashing your tires?
Did you do
what
something
did you do,
silly?
J-Mo?
Yeah.
Who is Mary? Why are you with her? I feel like having flashbacks.
the answers are always, "Yo, ni nani? Listen, do you?"
Oh my God. Am I crazy or did you delete the messages before I woke up?
Oh yeah. Men, 0777-672-230. Honestly, I really want to have this conversation. Are women honestly just crazy, or are you guys doing certain things that make us act crazy? Ladies, also let us know. And what are those things that you have gone down the list and you can see like, okay, I'm guilty of this, I'm guilty of that, and let us know your experience. Something else that women need to stop doing is fear being alone.
Oh my God.
So you're there in a toxic relationship, in an unhappy relationship, all because you think there's only 7 men in the whole entire world. And if you leave your one rat, someone else will take him away and you're left alone forever. Girl, that's not the case.
No, but like it's an actual fear and it starts from the time we're very, very young. For me, it started even back in high school. I was always just worried that, I am too much to be for anyone, so I'll end up being alone. And instead of being, starting to work on the things that would make me be comfortable being on my own, I started now latching onto anyone who would give me attention, latching onto literally anyone who would give me the light of day, which ended up becoming a really bad habit because honestly, some things I've put up with simply because I was so afraid of that factor that I realized very early on in my days, as opposed to working on it. But what I did afterwards, I think, is it became a thing of, but who am I though? If I don't know myself enough, then how am I going to be able to be comfortable enough to be with anyone else? If I don't have that realization of my own potential, and I'm always expecting for someone else to tell me what I am, who I am, and what I can do, then how am I going to become an individual? I need to create my own identity, and the only way to do that is to actually take a step back, be on your own, talk to yourself, listen to yourself, be good to yourself, and that relationship with you, trust me, once you have an amazing relationship with yourself, anyone else, you can be alone for God knows how long and you wouldn't even feel a difference, you know?
Yeah, and it actually boils down to your upbringing and your past experiences, because some people like hold on to either bad relationships, bad marriages, whatnot, just because of their past experiences that they've had. So we cannot entirely blame them, but we're just saying in 2021, kindly don't stay where you're not needed.
Or where you're not wanted.
Or where you're not wanted and needed.
Yeah, it's true. And I can see messages coming through over here on our WhatsApp number. Continue bringing in those messages. What are some of those things that you've been guilty of? Are you afraid of being alone? What is your experience? I think one day I'm going to go ahead and like we touch on before we go ahead and read the feedback is holding on to toxic friendships.
Amen.
You can be happy to kick out your boyfriend, but you will have that same Sarah over there who hates on you the whole entire time, who speaks to you horribly, who treats you badly, who slept with your boyfriend, and you're still okay because that's your best friend. Girls, we have to do better. When you see yourself in it, you can have a breakup with a friendship and it's okay to break up with your friend.
I mean, I have broken up with multiple ones. And at some point, you keep telling yourself, maybe it's me. I am the common denominator. But you realize very quickly that no, it is not you. It's these people trying to project their own issues with you. I had a girlfriend who would always tell me how fat I was. Consistently. Trying to make me work out. Consistently. Like just making me feel so bad about myself. And look, I am chubby. I'm a little thick. And it's okay to be thick. There is nothing wrong with it. This is who I am. But the fact that they kept like pestering on and pondering on about it, it became such an insecurity for me
Right.
that I was always just like trying to be in their shadow. And eventually I'm just like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? And another one who always, wanted to be you so much. I swear, let me tell you a story. I went on a date. A quick story. I went on a date, and every time I'd go on a date, I'd go with her. That was how bad it was. As in, I was so codependent to the point where I'd drag her to my dates, And this one time, it became a problem. This is when I realized, well, this is a problem. The way you don't have airtime and you're about to make a phone call, and then the person that you're with goes, let me just send you some airtime so you can do the phone call, right? Do you know what happened? This guy sent me airtime, and immediately after, she goes, what about me?
Yeah.
The confidence.
Eh?
She's asking my own boyfriends to send up. Mama. I would pay for every toxic friends are bad. Hey,
in 2021, we are saying no to
Cut
toxic
them.
friends. And how do you know your friend is toxic? You just need to know their personality, and everything else would be smooth from then on. So I'm going to read a few of the feedback. My name is Harry from the topic. Ladies do things that are not recommended to the society. That should stop this year, 2021.
Harry, what are these things that are not recommended to the society? I want to know, because I feel like that thing is double-ended over there, that we might have a fight. Ebru, tell us nicely.
And we have someone else who's saying, ladies, stop comparing yourself in 2021 with other married women. Eti ona wife ya fulani akona this or that, pia mi nataka. Hiyo issue ya dem yangu kunikompare na chali mwingine ikome. How come you compare your bae with other baes? You know that you are raising questions to your boyfriend if you are with him for love or for something else. That's actually a good point.
Yeah. Because now you're going to make your husband to be so depressed, and yet you know that he's not capable of doing the same things that the other person's boyfriend is doing. If you're settling for less, stay there. You're the one who made that decision. Hi, Ebru. I have been dating this dude for 1 year, and we have a son. I have found out that he was cheating with a lady who has a kid. And when I asked, he told me to do what's best for our marriage. Meanwhile, he's providing. I really don't know if I should walk away or stay. The decision is entirely on you. We can never tell you to walk away from your marriage. The decision is with you.
But just look at that list of things that we're stopping in 2021.
Yeah.
If you decide to stay, make sure he doesn't drop another kid on you this year. You know what I mean? There's certain things that once you let happen, will become a pattern and continue happening. And just because he's able to provide for you and your child, it seems like he's able to provide for other women and their children as well. So I'm not saying leave or stay. I'm just saying you need to nip it in the bud so that he's not there having millions of baby mamas.
Extramarital affairs are very common practice, but they are not to be normalized.
Right.
I feel like we've gotten to that point where we're just like, it's okay, as long as he's taking care of us, then we're fine. No, we shouldn't normalize bad practice. Bad practice is bad practice regardless. And someone is saying, every girl is crazy, but in a different level. Guys just need to find the girl whose craziness they can handle.
Yes.
Boom.
I see Flory over here from Nairobi saying she is loving the show. Lily has a beautiful smile. Yes, she does.
Look
Smile for us
at you.
again, Lily.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it.
I can see over here someone else is saying that they also feel as if they've gone through the same situation when it comes to not being able to say no. We have all been there, girl. We've all been here. But I think something else over here that ladies need to stop is setting deadlines for major life events.
Ultimatum.
I am going to have children by the age of 30. By the age of 30, I need to be married. I need to be at this point in my career by 40. I need to be the accomplishments don't need to have every single accomplishment in your life doesn't need to have a set date, a set time, because life happens. Life is imperfect, and you will be so disappointed when things don't happen according to that set specific time.
Absolutely, but here's the thing I think we need to figure with regard to that particular statement. Remember when we spoke about having SMART goals?
Yeah.
So having measurable goals. What was the first one? Realistic goals, measurable goals, and timely goals. Just because it has to have a timeline doesn't mean that it needs to have that particular timeline. think about it. Is it a reasonable timeline that you've given yourself? Have other factors come into play that are no longer in favor of that timeline? Do you need to adjust? Is it measurable? For example, I want to have kids by the time I'm 23. Does it make sense to you by the time you're 21, you're in school, you're
Right.
working hard, do you have a job, how will you support your children? You know, the measurability of this factor or these aspects. And sometimes you're ready for that child at that age, and that's great. But always remember to have smart decisions.
Yeah.
What were they again? I forget.
Specific.
The S. Yes, specific, measurable. I forget the A, and then the R is realistic, and then timely.
Yeah.
So these are things that we need to have conversations with ourselves about and analyze every single step. You know what I mean? As you go, analyze. Did I do here? Nimefika wapi hapa? What do I need to correct? What do I need to adjust? Don't give yourself pressure like that.
Yeah, and people who do that probably are comparing their lives to other people. That's why they're setting deadlines. The way Ayuma has just said, I need to give birth at 23. I need to do this. Basically, what you're supposed to say is that I need to be a successful person, and then you work towards it.
Oh my God, I just saw something Eman James
Eman
just
James
said.
has decided, he has sent us a whole list, okay? It's saying that things ladies must avoid in order to attract a man for marriage in 2021. Let's look at this list real quickly. Number 1, avoid taking the show. Let your man take over the conversation. Yeah.
That will be single,
Right.
Amen.
Number 2, don't tell your man how far you've traveled. E.g., Dubai, USA, South Africa. Nairobi. So just keep it local.
So you don't intimidate him.
Number 3, ladies, stop calling your man all the time. Find credit to call, send him fare to visit you, pay for bills when you have. Man, Ebru talk up. Goodbye.
Avoid checking his phone. If you're employed, pewa salary ulete kwake. Eman James, you are killing me.
Now, James, please, if you buy us gifts, please make sure they are in our names, because umeongea sana.
I honestly think that this was too much. And we've gotten to that point where we're playing a little bit, so why not continue on and do game time, right? Game is very, very easy. We are having a game called This or That. So in this beautiful bowl of ours,
Yes.
we have 2 options for 2 different things. And then you'll tell me whether you want this or you want that. I can give you a quick example. Example number 1. Dine in or delivery. So if you're a delivery person, then you choose delivery and so on and so forth. Do we have a timeline for this or do we just keep going?
I think we can just discuss it like that.
All
So
right.
the first one, dine in or delivery.
Yes. So are you dining in or delivery?
I'm now becoming a dine-in person.
Yeah.
I was a delivery person. That's why I got myself in the situation I'm in right now. So let me just cook my own food.
You, Lily?
Delivery.
Myself right now with the... Also, explain.
Yeah, delivery, because I just need my space.
Yeah?
You know, I'm married to someone who's famous, so always going places, you get lots of distractions. So I prefer delivery.
Okay, wow.
Who is this famous man?
That's a story for another day.
So for me, it's delivery, and it's mostly because sometimes I get lazy, and also life has been crazy for this 1 month so far. All right, let's see. Second one, city or countryside?
City. I can't stand the country. I can stand it like for short amounts of time, but I honestly love the city. But when I was when I was just in high school, I used to walk around in town because in my mind I'd visualize I'm in New York. Just being in the city atmosphere is a really whack New York, but like in our mind we were in New York.
What about you?
A little bit of both. Yeah. During the holidays, I prefer countryside, so that you just get away from all this craziness in the city. Yeah.
I think countryside is relative. It's great. I love countryside, but is there running water? Can I quickly go to the shop and get what I need? Or is there at least a delivery service that is close by to the point where if I need anything, I can get? So countryside for sure, but the basic amenities have to be available, I think. That is my thingamabob.
Point of view.
Yes. Heels or flats?
Oh, it depends on the occasion. If I'm being casual, flats, but there's no way you can say that you're dressed up for something and you don't have heels.
For me, it's definitely going to be flats. And we all know and we remember the story where all my flat shoes were either thrown away, criticized, or something. So now it's gotten to a point where if I'm going out, I'm definitely in heels. But flats for days.
Can I say both? Am I allowed to say both?
I think you're more of a
You're
heels
being
girl.
neutral.
Yeah,
Lucky
I'm more
me.
of a heels girl, but
Yeah.
I can also wear flats.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
when I'm
heels
going to
number one?
Gikomba. Yeah.
Okay. When you're going to Gikomba, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ocean or mountain?
Ocean. Ocean.
Mountain.
Why mountain?
I love mountain climbing.
Wow.
I have done Elephant Hill. I have done Ngong Hills. I was to do Kilimanjaro, and then
Corona.
Corona happened.
Nice.
So you're
that's
actually
nice.
like a mountain climber.
Yeah.
I'm not like one with nature enough for that type of stuff. I just want to be at the beach and like swimming and like in the ocean. There's something calming about the ocean.
That's nice. I like that. I think neither, actually, to be honest, because I don't like trekking that much. And the ocean, the water is too salty and it gets too heavy and I get uncomfortable swimming in the ocean. So, an international vacation or a new TV? Oh, God.
Aye? Is that even
How?
a question?
Is that a question?
International
International.
vacation.
Yeah?
I can watch TV on my phone. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Last
Frozen
one.
yogurt or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Frozen yogurt. It's healthier. There are more options.
Are you
Ice
mad?
cream is pretty much just sugar.
Are you
guys.
mad?
100%.
I hope you are playing the game with us. You've been answering questions as well, because unfortunately it's about that time where we have to say goodbye. I've loved the interaction we've had for today. This has truly been an amazing Friday. Girl Talk Friday has been so good. And as much as we've joked around about so many different things, this is definitely the time, ladies, to take a time to introspect on yourself, all right? The weekend is here. Take some time. Look at your life. What are some of those areas in your life that you want to stop and change in this new year? But for now, it's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli on every social media platform. Make sure you go ahead and make memories for Monday.
I know I'm going to make this a promise and I'll probably not fully get to that point where I get to the point where I get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway, I will try as much as I can to give you my journeys, because I'm feeling like it's a journey that I really need to take this year. This is my nutritional journey, as I said, really bad, and also my health and fitness in general. I'm not going to do what Ayuma does, which is waking up and jogging every morning. That's not for me. But I will show you how to eat properly, because technically speaking, 80% of being healthy is about what? Your diet and your nutrition. So I'm going to be your nutritional guru. Check me out on my social media. Katomi everywhere.
Yes, the conversation does not end here on this table. Kindly, we can continue with the conversations online, especially James. I'm talking to you.
Amen.
My name is Lily Asigo with a double L. Lily with a double L.
Have an amazing weekend.
Bye.